5 a.m. The alarm screams. You silence it. Just 5 more minutes, you tell yourself. 2 hours later, you wake up in a panic. Late again, another day starting behind schedule, another promise broken to yourself. You've tried willpower, you've tried motivation, you've set 17 different alarms. Nothing works. Here's why. You're fighting biology with emotion, and biology always wins. Waking up early isn't about forcing yourself out of bed through sheer determination. It's about building a system that makes early rising inevitable. A system that outsmarts your brain's natural resistance and works with your body instead of against it. Let me show you exactly how to do this, because once you understand the mechanics, waking up early becomes automatic. The first mistake everyone makes happens the night before. They focus on getting 8 hours of sleep, exactly 8 hours, as if sleep is some mathematical equation that needs precise calculation. But your body doesn't work in hours, it works in cycles. Sleep happens in 90-minute waves. You move through light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep in these predictable patterns. And here's the crucial part. If you wake up in the middle of a cycle, especially during deep sleep, you feel terrible, groggy, disoriented, like you've been drugged. But if you wake up at the end of a cycle, you feel sharp, alert, ready. So stop aiming for 8 hours. Aim for multiples of 90 minutes. 7.5 hours, 9 hours, even 6 hours is better than 8 if you're waking at the right point in your cycle. This alone will transform your mornings, but it's not enough. You need to prepare your biology for quality sleep, and that means implementing a dopamine shutdown window. 30 to 60 minutes before bed, no screens, no social media, no email, no high stimulation activities that spike your dopamine and suppress melatonin production. Melatonin is your sleep hormone. It needs darkness and calm to flood your system. Every time you scroll through your phone or watch intense content right before bed, you're sabotaging your body's natural preparation for rest. Instead, dim the lights, read something physical, journal, stretch. Do anything that signals to your nervous system that it's time to wind down. This isn't optional, this is the foundation. Without quality sleep aligned with your cycles, everything else falls apart. Now let's talk about the most critical 5 minutes of your entire day, the transition from asleep to awake. This is where most people lose, because the moment that alarm goes off, your brain launches an emotional assault. You're warm, you're comfortable, the bed feels perfect, and your mind floods you with every reason why you should stay here just a little longer. You think you're going to logic your way through this moment, you're not. Your emotional brain is faster and stronger than your rational brain at 5 a.m. So you need a zero thinking plan, a system that bypasses decision-making entirely. Here's the system, the 3-second rule. The moment your alarm sounds, you have 3 seconds, not 30, not 5 minutes, 3 seconds. Count backwards, 3, 2, 1, and you stand up. No negotiation, no thinking, just movement. But here's the trick that makes this actually work. Your alarm can't be next to your bed. Place it across the room. Force yourself to physically move to turn it off, because once you're standing, once you're vertical, the battle is already won. Your body is in motion, blood is flowing, your nervous system is starting to activate. The temptation to return to bed drops dramatically. But you're not done yet, because you're still in that foggy transition state. You need biological shocks to fully wake your system. First, cold water. Splash your face. Not warm water, cold. The shock to your face triggers a physiological response that signals alertness throughout your entire body. Second, bright light immediately. Open the curtains, turn on every light, step outside if possible. Your circadian rhythm is controlled by light exposure. The moment bright light hits your eyes, your brain receives a clear message. It's daytime, we're awake now. Melatonin production stops. Cortisol rises naturally. This isn't about feeling awake, this is about being awake at a biological level. Now you need momentum, because the first 30 minutes determine the rest of your day. Build a power circuit, something simple, 10 push-ups, a 2-minute walk around your house, light stretching, anything that keeps your body moving. Then, goal visualization. Spend 60 seconds seeing yourself accomplish what you want to achieve today. Not vague dreams, specific actions, specific wins. This combination of physical movement and mental clarity locks in your momentum. It shifts you from reactive to proactive. You're not just awake, you're engaged. But here's what makes this sustainable long term. You can't rely on discipline alone. Discipline fades, motivation disappears. You need identity shift. Stop seeing early rising as something you do, start seeing it as who you are. Not a person trying to wake up early, you're an early riser. That's part of your identity now. This might sound like semantics, it's not. Your actions follow your identity. When you believe early rising is core to who you are, you don't debate it, you don't negotiate with yourself. You just do it because that's what you do. And you reinforce this identity through tracking. Every day you wake up early, mark it, build a chain, protect that chain like it's sacred. Because every time you break the chain, you're not just missing a day, you're telling yourself the identity isn't real. You're reinforcing that you're still the person who hits snooze. But every day you keep the chain going, you're proving to yourself who you are, and that proof compounds. Celebrate the small wins, the first week, the first month, the first time waking up early feels natural instead of forced. These moments matter because they're evidence of transformation. Here's the truth. Waking up early isn't about being superhuman. It's about having a system that removes decision-making and works with your biology instead of against it. Sleep in cycles. Implement dopamine shutdown. Use the 3-second rule with a distant alarm. Hate yourself with cold water and bright light. Build momentum with a power circuit, and shift your identity through consistent tracking. That's the system, and it works because it doesn't rely on you being motivated, it relies on you being strategic. So here's what I want you to do. Tonight, calculate your wake-up time based on 90-minute cycles. Set your alarm across the room, and tomorrow morning, use the 3-second rule. Just once. Just try it once. Then come back and drop a comment telling me what time you woke up. Make it public. Make it real. And if you're ready to master every aspect of self-discipline, subscribe to this channel. Every week, we break down the psychology and systems behind real transformation. Your next video should be about building unbreakable habits. It's the perfect companion to what we just covered. I'll see you there.